have a short title, and I'm here to also do a little bit of promotion while I talk about a project I've been involved with, Dataverse. The library's launched Dataverse about a year ago. It's essentially an online platform for storing, sharing, and accessing your data that goes into a project. Think about it as a student. You just completed your thesis. You've got your thesis in a PDF, and it can go into an institutional repository like HERA. What do you do with all that data you worked so hard, that you wrangled, that you munged, and all the other terms they use today to talk about data? Where do you put that? Well, Dataverse offers an opportunity for you to put that data in a platform, and you get your citation, you get an actual digital object identifier, which is a permanent link back to the data. You can link to your thesis in Dataverse, and so you can have this connection between the work you did and the data that went into that work. And it also goes for faculty and staff and community people who want to put their data somewhere so they have long-term access to it. So you can share your data widely, you can get accreditation for the data, and you can also put it in an area for Dataverse where we work as the library for long-term preservation of that data, which is very important. I was on a project just last year looking at food deserts in Edmonton, and we were basing our work off a study done in 2006. They did a lot of GIS analysis of the landscape and food deserts. We wanted to sort of add to that. The data was gone, and we're talking not that long ago. Nobody knew where it was. Somebody said it was on a hard drive, or somebody went down to Maryland who was on the project. Could it be with the PI? Maybe the grad student had something. Off and gone. It's somewhere, but if it would have the Dataverse at that time, we'd have access to that. Not only that, we could have used the data and gave it the proper citation metrics that it can generate. Another great example of Dataverse, and I can follow up with the poster, is that it's built for statistical data, SPSS, data, R, but it's also useful for putting your research materials in. And we've got data that have audio tapes, audio recordings of elder interviews. We have data, Spanish scans that students are in a project and they're actually transcribing them, so they'll have a textual base to it for analysis. And I think of a Dataverse data set I saw that's at Scholars Portal. They have a Dataverse in Ontario at the University of Ottawa. What they did is they scraped Environment Canada's website and took all that data that was all over the place of pollution back to 1974 and put it in a great CSV that has latitude and longitude so you can map it. But not only the data that went into it, but the R code that was used to scrape the web page was also deposited, allowing others to take that code and tweak it and then maybe do some scraping of their own. So any kind of data can go into Dataverse. As in, say you get a persistent identifier, and you can work with the libraries and me as the manager of the Dataverse to take it a little further. To the promotion side of things, Research Data Management Week is coming up May 4th to May 8th. And I'll be putting on a workshop for Dataverse for any kind of grad students who want to have a look at it. You can take your data, come to the workshop, and work through the process of creating metadata, loading up your data, and seeing how the rest of the process works for accreditation and sharing. Thanks.